Facebook land, younger ages came back to me and he's gone, "Oh, Arthur, them videos are really good. Oh, you should do the next one." So here I am, beggars, beggars can't be choosers, but if you want to see more of me, that's what you're going to get. And what we're going to talk about this weekend? Well, this weekend is the start of the most iconic World Championships. It is the Lakeside World Championships. "Oh, but Arthur, it's only 3 years old," people are shouting. You're right, hands up, you're right. The WDF World Championships at Lakeside is only in its 3rd year. But look at the venue, that's what we're discussing here, the venue, the Lakeside. For many people it is the home of world darts. When did it start there? It started in 1986, and who won that first one? Well, it was a man who was dominating the 80s, Eric Bristow. But ironically, that first one he won at Lakeside was his last World Championships. Alright, he went to a fair few finals after that. Phil Taylor did him, Dennis Priestley, John Lowe. But for many folk, one of the great finals of Lakeside was that final between Eric Bristow and Jockey Wilson. And what a final it was. Jockey steamed ahead, and then the comeback was on, and we thought Eric was going to bring it back, and then Jockey just nipped him at the heels at the last moment and lifted that Lakeside World Championships. And many people say it's one of the great finals, but what is the great final? And again, there's a lot of arguments to be had. I love an argument, but I'll give you a few options and you can decide out there in video land what was the best final. For many folk it was Phil Taylor versus Mike Gregory, an epic clash of titans, and it went down to that last leg, sudden death. And that bounce out from Mike Gregory could have been the coup de grace for then a young Phil Taylor to win his 2nd world title. But we got to see a glimpse of what the power was to become. And then, who can forget the final between Martin Adams and Phil Nixon? Alright, the standards, if you look at the averages, middle of the road, but for 10 starts, Martin Adams was running away with it. He was 6-0. 6-0, first to 7. It's done. Forget about it. But Nixie pulled off one of the comebacks of the ages to level it up. And even Martin Adams' then missus bolted. She went, she's gone. She thought, I've had it, game over. But Martin prevailed. He showed them minerals, as I like to say. He showed them minerals, did our Martin Adams. And he won his 1st world title. And he went on to win another 2, making 3. And he's one of a few multiple winners. Scott Waits, Glenn Durant with his 3 world titles. John Lowe won 2 at the Lakeside. And Raymond van Barneveld won 4 of the Lakeside. But what was the highest average, you say, at the Lakeside in a final? Well, that goes down to a certain Phil Taylor. Obviously, I mean, Phil Taylor has all the stats behind him. And with a 97.58 average in a final, you've got to say that was some epic performance. But was it the highest ever at a Lakeside for one match? No. That gong goes to Raymond van Barneveld, who had an astonishing 103.83 in a match in a quarter-final against John Walton. I mean, you can't handle games like that. But Barney, he has the highest winning average, but he also has the highest losing average. 101.1 in a loss to Mervyn King, again in a quarter-final. But he's had 6 different 100-plus averages at the Lakeside as our Raymond van Barneveld, and that's why he is the Dutch legend. But in 2001, everything changed. Why? Because the women came in, and we had the Women's World Champion. And if there was a trophy that was synonymous with one person, it is Trina Gulliver, who went on to win that title 10 times. And the first one against Mandy Solomons, and the last one to win was against Dieter Hedman. And you've got to say the women have brought the game up in terms of standards, and you can see now why we have players like Fallon Sherrock, like Bo Greaves. You can thank the ladies of Anastasia Dobromyslova, Trina Gulliver, Lisa Ashton, paving the way for these women to do what they do. But after that, what happened? You had the boys and the girls world championships as well, because I believe children are the future. And the first one, when was it? Was it 2015 when Colin Rolfs beat Harry Ward? No, way before that. 1986 at Lakeside, Mark Day beat Lee Woodrow in the Youth World Championships. So there we have it, guys. You've got the Lakeside coming up. Jimmy Van Schie of Holland is the favourite, but you've got another bunch of players ready to take that title, and I wish them all the very best. So I'm Arthur Shilling. God off.